All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about Turbo. I appreciate, the Turbo community for showing tremendous amount of love. I know I haven't been, constant on these Turbo updates, but let me tell you, it's really hard to cover every single project on a day-to-day basis. But, if you want to see these continuation of these updates, I need you guys to absolutely go crazy, by smashing that like button and hitting that red subscribe button. It shows me that you guys are interested. But, nonetheless, let's take a look at what's happening with Turbo and, see what is happening, because the last few days have been beyond exciting for Turbo. And again, even that is an understatement. So right now we're seeing Turbo actually lagging against the overall market. It's down about 1.2%, even though today is a massive, massive day going into Thursday morning for the broader market. But just a quick reminder, if you look at it over the last few days, it is one of the top gainers, up 37.7%. And, Nero coin is up 21x, which is mind-boggling to me. Well, let's take a closer look at Turbo, see what is happening, and of course, what is yet to come. If you're enjoying these updates, like I said, smash that like button if you have not done so already. So, looking at the price of Turbo, 0.0051, down about 0.6% in USD. Bitcoin and Ethereum comparative market cap is hovering around that $350 million, and the 24-hour trading volume is at $117.2 million. So not bad. But before we take a closer look at it, I'm not sure if I've said the disclosure already. I apologize if I say it again. Before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking at the broader meme coins, meme coins are definitely feeling the love over the last 24 hours. You can see pretty much double-digit gains across the board right now. And, Turbo had a great week because it finally got listed on the biggest exchange in the crypto, industry, which is Binance, which is highly anticipated. At the end of the day, when it comes to the meme coins, even projects that bring massive amounts of utility, that have strong narratives, even the ones that bring real world use case, their end goal is to get listed on, the likes of Binance, Huobi, these massive exchanges, because of course it brings in so much exposure in terms of liquidity, ICE, and of course, some people just generally only trade on these big exchanges. They don't like, registering on these smaller exchanges, because of course, if there's a lot of bad track record of these exchanges going just poof, pulling the plug. So it's very important as to where you trade and send your money. But being listed on, Binance is a massive thing. And we saw 3 meme coins this time around. It was Nero, Turbo, and Baby Doge. And of course, there's a lot of confusion going on in the space. Why did Nero outpace Baby Doge and Turbo, by a huge, percentage? You could see. Just look at the last 7 days. This thing is up 21x over the last 3 to 4 days. Meanwhile, Turbo is up about 37.8%. Baby Doge is up 126%. So out of these 3 coins that did end up getting listed, Turbo is the one that had the least impact. Why is this the case? So number one, this coin, I think, the Baby Doge has been in the market for quite some time, way longer than Turbo. So I think obviously the OGs maybe wanted to kind of FOMO into Baby Doge, and Turbo actually had a massive run. Believe it or not, if you look at Turbo's run over the course of the last few months, you could really understand how much Turbo is up. But the main factor that I want to tell you guys is, and as to what I personally think, the market valuation on Nero coin was slim to none. It was dirt cheap in terms of market valuation. And obviously, when you see a coin when the market bullish momentum is shifting, obviously, the FOMC meeting was coming up. We're going into Q4. It's not a secret that Nero will outpace these coins. And of course, then the FOMO feeling kicks in. And that is the huge reason as to why I personally think, this is a coin that went up this much. And again, this should be a quick reminder to each and every one of you guys that are in the meme coins that you want to diversify your portfolios. If you're only holding one meme coin, you could miss on some massive gains. So even the people, and I don't recommend, when you do see these green candles occurring, it's really, really risky to get into these coins, when it already has pumped up. But, the ones that are degens, if you want to call it, that have done their due diligence research, and are understanding what they're getting into. How I would have played this announcement was I would have diversified. So let's say I had $100 of it, or divided that into three and put them all three into these meme coins. And I'm sure some people did that, and the ones that did that, I'm sure are really smiling right now with their Nero profits. But let's take a closer look and see Turbo, because Turbo's community is massive in terms of its narrative. It's the first AI meme coin, so of course, when you look at it from that standpoint, there is an understanding as to why so many people are interested in it. But if you're looking at the dominance index, it's skyrocketing. And again, if you're a regular viewer on the channel, you guys know the importance of the dominance index. It went up to 58.58%. We're seeing a little bit of a retracement, but nothing to get super excited about. Bitcoin, on the other hand, going into Thursday morning, has gone up to $62,000, exactly as we have been anticipating. Obviously, after the Federal Reserve has come out and said they're doing a rate cut after 4 years. Without a doubt, that's going to, if you understand economics, that is going to have a great impact, not just on the crypto markets, but on the broader markets. So we can clearly see that. If you're looking at Turbo right now, let's kind of zoom in and understand, the magnitude of, the original move, and also understand what Turbo has really been doing. And again, if you're enjoying these updates, I do want you guys to let me know in the comments and smash that subscribe button. So, Turbo is one of the coins, as I've said earlier, it already had a massive rally. And again, if you want to just look at it from May, let's just look at it from May. And, around May, the market was already booming, believe it or not. But you could see the price of Turbo was still below this key resistance at the 1658 zone. So if you were one of the people that were dollar cost averaging into Turbo around this, let's say you believed in the narrative and you got in around here, you saw Turbo go up 16x, literally 16x in less than 2 weeks. You can see this for yourself. May, we're talking May, it was at 0.0005 cents, and literally at the end of May, it went up to 97.89, went up 16x. That is a massive gain. But since then, realize this, we've spoke about this, the 68.56 zone, which is a massive resistance, and also a massive support at the 30.86 zone. And we've seen some of the craziest swings for Bitcoin over the course of the last few months, and you can see this for yourself. And again, if you're a regular viewer, you guys know that. But this support at the 30.80 zone, pretty much showed us the significance of this support. Look at this, how many different times we actually have been supported by this level, and we are ranging within this level, which is really bullish to me, because sometimes people just want crazy moves like this, but that's not what happens. You need to understand what's happening with the broader market. And as far as the broader market is concerned, over the course of the last few months, we actually have seen quite a bit of volatility. I think record high volatility over the course of the last few months for the year of 2024. But this is the target that you want to be looking out for in terms of getting excited, the breakout, potential all-time high conversations. You don't want to be having that conversation until you do get back above this key resistance. But nonetheless, you cannot ignore that if you picked up some Turbo on September 2nd, you are up right now 70%. A lot of people will forget this. And we're talking about this month. We're not talking about 5 months ago. We're talking about literally this month. Anyone that was accumulating Turbo right above this support, and if you picked it up around that price point, it is up 70%. But at the same time, massive amounts of resistance. And yes, this already had such high market valuation before getting listed on Binance. So, that speaks for itself. But right now, as the price is trying to break out and start heading towards some of these July highs, there is significant amount of resistance. So if this resistance is able to clear, I think it's pretty much, ready to go to the 68.98 zone, which again, if you want to put into perspective, is a move of about 33%. But let me know down below what you guys personally think about this. Love each and every one of you guys. Love your support. If you want to see more of these updates, do let me know. We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.